Sengoku. So
Indeed.
seeing how this composition is going to work out, how these fights are going to get into, it's going to be interesting. Just because a lot of Sengoku's composition is very full dive. You have the Gragas body slam coming in. You have all of Jarvan's kit, and also the first half of Echo's phase dive is a dash. It's a dash, then a blink. So all of those are cancelable by Hachimecha's steadfast presence. We'll just have to see how he's going to use it. And he did go phase rush Poppy as well.
Just to get into position to deny a little more, make Paz jet and wants his life that much harder. Sengoku must have prepared this one this week. This is hopefully something they've been trying to get in against Rascal Jesters, denying them their favorite Vagar setup, and instead pushing them onto something a little different. Only slightly different, but they will find the advantage here in the early game. It's yet to be seen. This all-important match for Juggernaut standings gets underway. Sengoku will lead into the jungle early, try and get a little extra information on where Hachimecha is going. And with that, both junglers on the top side, it's all to play in this clash of titans.
Man, this all important game here. The head-to-head tiebreaker, the playoffs position game. It's so many things riding on this game, and we're getting right into it here as this beginning Jet versus recap. Early in the game probably going to be ruled out by Jet. You would feel just better in lane with this Echo against the Vigar.
It can be done. Slightly oppressive because it clears so well from range, and then when you do push that wave in slightly faster, the Echo gets advanced options. You can try it and bait out some cooldowns, attack your opponent directly, or indeed just leave. Both completely viable. And we'll see that here, Jet coming forwards.
Perfect level 2 combo right there from Jet, getting maximum damage off with both, all 3 procs of the passive, that Z-Drive Resonance. And just gonna force recap to take a little breather, put a ward. I like the position of that ward, the mouth of the river walkway rather. Like that ward. Hachimecha will get spotted out by raptors here, so yeah, both junglers on the bot side of the map. We were talking about it before draft and how pivotal the marksmen for both of these teams are, and yeah, I expect to see jungle proximity a lot featured down there.
Yeah, it's particularly high post level 4 when Secret can get that double bomb a little more reliably, a little lower cooldown, and when Tom Kench has everything on, so he has the second health bars once, will not spot that ward. That's really sad. We'll be completely on vision here. The Jesters will look to match. Maybe in the bottom lane, the crab goes down, the timing lining up, but once his movements will be known, the pressure will keep on in the bot lane.
Yeah, and recap just gonna play a little bit back. I mean, sure he has the event horizon to block off a lot of distance, but I don't want to run face first into a Jarvan Echo, as once he's gonna double crab, get all the experience, and Spock can get some gold for him too. And so far, so chill. Very opposite of what happened in the previous game here.
I think my expectations have been colored somewhat by the absolute disaster that was V3 DFM's early game. That was it was so special. I don't know. I'm still not over it. You're right, Crow. You're right. I'm still living there.
As we do get the little bit of a 1v1 skirmish to the top lane.
I know. A grass proc is the most exciting thing of the last 2 minutes.
So oh my goodness. What's going to hit first? The cask of the blade.
Belly bot. Oh, there it is. It's huge.
Great return off that. Just healing up. As there will be
gosh, we cursed it.
My goodness.
We cursed it. All right, a little too relaxed.
We had to, yep. We get the absolute banger of the first game. Just super high blitz, high action, high octane all the time. And unfortunately in this one, we get a whole pause. Man,
All right, the stakes a lot higher in this one. Understandable. Yes. Why no explosions have happened in the early game. Both teams just boxing with shadows for now, trying to figure this one out. Yeah, I expect to sort of see this continue. Sengoku, they have the dive options. If they use them and it goes wrong, it is a disaster. So instead, they will wait for the optimal time in which to get that echo out of lane, in which to attack this Rascal Jester side that is set up with multiple carry threats. They're set up to take over the game with the Zillion and deny that first pick. All to play for. I'm so excited. Juggernaut matches are one of my favorite thing in League of Legends. I
Yeah.
love double elimination, and to just have that super qualifier spot into finals, which means so much to these teams.
Yeah, no, oh my God, like Juggernaut matches are so much fun to watch. Just how much is on the line, how much is at stake. And both of these teams realize that. Both of these teams have that mentality. You can see neither want to make the tiniest of mistakes in this early game to potentially give up that early lead. And like, yeah, the RJ side has a lot more like of the scaling. You want to wait for this to really come online with the Vigar, with the Jinx. Um, Wait for those two pivotal carries, how we keep talking about, to get their items, maybe one, two item spike, and then put some pressure on some stuff. But Sengoku, I can feel them wanting to push the go button. Like it's their fingers on the trigger, it's on the pulse. They're like right there. As soon as they see someone out of position, once will probably just flag drag, go in full combo. Really
It's
looking for
a
him and Jet to
it's a
start winning.
far cry from my Jarvan performances in solo queue, which is flash EQ at level 3 every time. Somehow they will
Every
never expect that. And
every
every time it gets them every time. Talking of every time we get back into games, something tends to happen quite quickly. I didn't expect such a CS lead for once here. Because he has cleared a little more of his jungle, and it will be a catch-up here for Hatch just after he clears away these wolves. So not the end of the world, but odd to see Jarvan with his CS lead. So I hope to see more. Jet's going to try blindsiding. Recap here, you can do that with champions like your Lux, like your Echo, who can just move out of the fog of war, engage from long range. That won't
Yeah, and it's
quite
just,
happen.
back in the stalemate, lots of farming. 5 minutes in and no kills this game. Okay.
Yep.
Man, I believe we were spoiled a little bit in our previous
Yeah,
game.
this is more LJL, I think,
Yeah.
what we experienced earlier today.
Right.
The invade does come through.
Okay, just trading jungle camps back and forth, getting some vision down. Oh man, the battle lines are drawn as Sengoku. They're just gonna go ahead and take this early dragon. We do have Inti there to help out once, as that Tompkins pretty beefy, can take a lot of damage and help take neutral objectives very fast.
A lot of magic damage, a lot of base damage. The attack speed coming through.
Jack gonna walk down for insurance. And yeah, first dragon of the game going over to Sengoku.
I like this from Sengoku when everything is tense and everything is close. As really pushing the envelope here. Paz will just continue to clear the wave, so it won't bash him back. But yeah, taking first dragon in a full scaling game just gives you that extra insurance policy, and just lets you scale up and say like, hey, if we're gonna get all the dragons, that's just an extra thing. Hopefully, we don't bleed a gold advantage for it. So we'll give gold advantage. One stuck in the river. He has a little more gold than Hatch. Hatch is slightly caught out. That's the Gravitum. It's following through.
Yeah, no, he's done here. Done up, run up. I say that. Oh, he flashes in. Burning down and will go down. Once will pick up that kill. And here's the rest of RJ coming in. But they're stuck in the Vent Horizon. Honey surviving by a sliver of his tongue as he will get away. Can't say the same for Recap, as here is Jet doing Echo things, and that's a 3-for-0 for the side of Sengoku just off of that.
That was a huge engage. No doubt we'll get a replay in just a second. We'll come through. We'll see how this one develops. Honey starts off with the Gravitum nice and easy. Sets up for the Tom Kench. That 1-2 punch so strong. And once we'll have to flash and flag here to put it forwards. This was so scary. Recap, even though he's trapped in and the flash sort of failed over the wall, nearly takes out Honey, nearly gets him down with the Event Horizon into Baleful Strike. And just look at this from Enti, just so stylish. Gets the stun down. Jet, when separated, manages to take off that last remaining member, was lining up for his ultimate, but not required at this stage. So that mid lane pressure maintained. Sengoku take an early lead with a fantastic first skirmish. They approach Rascal Jesters respectfully and are rewarded.
Yeah, and like you said, that could have gone so bad for Sengoku in that tri-bush. If Recap had not fail flashed, he would have been on the other side of that. Wall had the event horizon up. Like, it would have been fish in a
It would
barrel
have been
at that point.
close. Yeah, it would have been close. I don't think he had much mana left, to be honest. But still, you never want that Veigar to just get 2 or 3 Qs off.
Yeah.
Champion's so scary. Even at this stage without scaling up much. That is still a fifth of your health every few seconds.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to cool things down a bit. Rascal Jester going to try and regain something on the map, try to get some tempo going. As Sengoku, you know how they play once they get a little bit of a lead. As
Oh,
NT going for the flash devour here, as Honey will clean up that kill. And unfortunately, Soul could do nothing about it.
yeah, a little bit of a uncharacteristic 2v2 loss for Sol and Secret. Secret just so vulnerable. Paz is going to ult Eno here. I think it's bait. I don't think once he's going to get in time. But
Yeah,
that is just so crazy. We've spoken of the importance of the bot lane, how Sol and Secret have been pivotal to this 10-win streak here. I think the pressure of Sengoku causing Rascal Jesters a little bit of trouble. As the Bazillion, will be easy pickings for NT. That is just so scary to see at this stage. Sengoku really enjoying sort of that smooth, controlled mid game. They keep fishing for this top lane. I think they want to put pressure on here. They really want to get into the Herald.
Yeah, I think I just have to give this up as 4 members of Sengoku are up here now. The NT is here. Just, oh man, Sengoku really controlling this early game off of those 4 kills they got in bot lane after that skirmish. Just completely went awry for Rascal Jester. And
Oh, they got him.
Gonna, catch out.
Ooh,
No,
the red
is he?
smite.
No way.
No.
Secret did not burn down all the way from that, surprisingly enough, and he will escape with his life. Speedy Time Lord gets out. As, yeah, Sengoku just showing if you step wrong in the slightest bit, they will take you out.
Well, rewarded for their vision over the wall. Yeah, Honey and Sol in the bottom lane will duel. I can only imagine that going in Honey's favor right now. Items pretty even, but the experience advantage, the summoner spell advantage soon to be had for Sengoku's AD carry. As once will take away the Rift Herald. So objective permanence here found by Sengoku. 5-0, both objectives to their name. It will be on Rascal Jesters to find a way back in here. They need to find a moment to choose who take their fight. And I think second dragon wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah, it does look like RJ do have the priority on second dragon, as once is still on the top side of the map. He is moving down now, as it is Cloud Drake that has spawned. Does not look like they want to go for it though. Just don't feel like they're in a position to try and start it without, massive repercussions going Sengoku's way. Recap does have Predator available now that he has his boots. As Honey does land a Gravitum stun, but no follow up there.
It's just a bit of a trade. Keeping it nice and easy, No need to push the envelope out just yet. Priority to be found over that Cloud Dragon in short course. Jet trading forwards here. Trying to find a way in. Once is up and around the dragon. Hatcher Matcher not far away. Sorry, Hatcher Matcher as NT will engage.
Oh yeah, that's the Gravitum Stone they wanted. That's the follow-up they're gonna. There's the Ignite, Devour. Once again, NT getting the better of Secret as the collapse is coming down. Blast Cone taken by once here. Hachimecha is here to answer, to try and help out Soul dissuade this dive. Once does have Herald in his back pocket. Could pop it. There's Honey goes a little bit too close to the tower. Takes the tower shot, I believe. Has to burn the heal to get out. Once
trading everything for a little extra damage on Sol and getting the wave in. When he defended by his teammates will get away, and the dragon as well. That is Ocean and Cloud to Sengoku. That might be a more damage-oriented Soul, which would be all important here in getting this dive team into position. With that coming through, our rift will change, and it will be game. Hey, Infernal.
Okay. Wow, definitely a Dragon Soul both teams would love to get. Sengoku just really in control right now as Jet. He sees them on the map. He does not care. The man is like, all right, that's fine. Got double rings going. Got the Dark Seal. Got the Dorans. He's just chilling. Like the man bought Merc treads. Like
Yep.
he just really does not care. This man's like, all right, I'm cool. It's whatever. As Shelly will be dropped and get a charge off. And ooh, wow, the parallel convergence dropped in, and they immediately pop Hachimecha for it. Recap will get a return onto once for their transgressions. Unfortunately, the mid lane tower does not drop, and that's the first kill of the game for Rascal Jester, going on to the man that you want it to be on.
Indeed, Recap picking up that takedown, all important. Sengoku going a little too far in. The tower. Stun does come through. Jet taking a little low. He won't mind too much. Ultimate still available. But Sengoku pushing the envelope a little too hard, too fast. Chance. Paz in this top lane will be able to hold this wave. Yeah, both these characters very keen to bop each other and not do a lot else. Some classic top lane gameplay.
Temporal, both Ino and Paz are just sitting up there, 0-0-0.
Yep.
Playing Farm Simulator.
I haven't seen a Hullbreaker Renekton before, but I completely understand it this game.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Y'all are just Blade Kingdom all day. Yeah, it's cool. Wow. State of the map right now. Sengoku up 6 kills. Only a 3K-ish gold lead, so nothing too terrible for RJ to not be able to come back from.
Yeah.
Would love to see Hachimecha be a little bit more active on the map, just being able to respond to once's gank timings.
The counter gank really would be the angle here as Jet will go in.
Oh, okay. Here it is. There is the Keeper's Verdict and the body slam into the wall. Jet will heal up to full off of that ultimate and has the speed and flash to get out of there. Gets the tower, gets an ultimate for it. On the backside once. Oh no, Hachimecha. He does have flash to get out. We'll only have to burn the head steadfast. But yeah, just Jet. Like we said, he just does not care. Completely unbothered.
Completely unbothered. The attack on mid lane will take the tower down. Talking of tower down, Ino trying to do as much as he can with that Hullbreaker on the top side. Paz struggling to clear the minion wave away. That is the only economic victory for Rascal Jesters right now. Sort of the no doubt gold lead up in this top side. This will be exacerbated once the tower goes. With Honey taking down that bottom tower as well. That is an open map for Sengoku. They now have options for their dive composition. Whichever way they try and push it forwards. Whichever way Rascal Jesters pairs up the Poppy and it pairs up their cooldowns with the dive will be the answer here. This is a very, very interesting Gragas taking down the wave situation. Thank you, observers. Yep.
I don't know if that was an accident or not, but Soul kind of just threw his Jinx rocket down the middle of the lane and like not even towards anybody. I'm gonna assume it's a misclick because I just was like, wait, was that going for somebody? As we have the dive onto bot lane here, TP will be committed from Paz to stave off the dive, and yeah, RJ just immediately leaving as Jet is on pursuit. But when you're running at a Zillion, he has the ability to either completely halt your movement or just make his team faster. And it looks like they're trying to make it faster. They get a catch on the NT body slam, narrowly misses the clip of that wall. TP on the backside. Here comes Ino. Dominus is already popped as he's going to go straight in. So many stuns, so little time as Soul claims the kill onto NT. Jet will return it back on a secret. No ult in time for him. And he passes up against 3 explosive casts. Knocks Ino over into the side of Honey, but he gets a Renekton right on top of his face. Meanwhile, on the backside, Soul and Recap will be taken down, and this is a complete ace, a complete wipe from Sengoku. Not the fight that RJ wanted to go their way, not the way they wanted it to happen, but the result is all the same. Once and Honey doing so much work in that fight.
So much work indeed. They will pick up the dragon off the back of it as we go through this replay. A bit of a staggered engage. NT here picking off a Tom Kench, picking off a Zillion, early fight is very, very good way to make sure their cooldowns don't matter so much. See NT, they throw all of the CC here. Jet on the backside does the same, will throw his ultimate at taking down Secret Zillion and leads the Rascal Jesters back into Paz, into that Gragas, which can just slow down time. Recap, unfortunately, falls afoul. Honey, the guns change at the pivotal moment. He was Graviton Severum, which was just not the way, but with the Chakrams, able to do the damage, able to stay alive long enough for once to come in and take down Ino, to remove the Hull Breaker, to get the Lizard Wizard out of this fight. And with that, Sengoku continued to push forwards. NT really, really showing off his confidence here. A nice macro adaptation. Sengoku sending an extra member bot and pushing out top with their jungler really rewards them as the fight afterwards pushes them to a 7,000 gold lead.
Yeah, and it's just really unfortunate, you know, because Ino had the perfect position. He's like, oh, I'm left alone with the AD carry and I'm a Renekton? Bet. But unfortunately, two things. One, Honey got the optimal gun setup, and two, this is a Hull Breaker Renekton. It wasn't the Sunder Renekton. It wasn't any, you know, like hyper high damage Renekton. He wasn't able to out DPS Honey in that moment, you know. So very unfortunate for that to happen. But also back in that fight, highlighting, Recap was still clearing out mid lane when RJ started that fight, and his pathing, instead of coming straight down through River Brush, he decided to go in the Nook and get caught out like that. And like, you could have dropped the event horizon and still walked through River Bush and not get collapsed on by 3 other members of Sengoku there, as they 100% will take that fight every time, as we have seen. And now this gold lead just climbs higher and higher as they're already on Dragon Soul point as well. This hyper pivotal game temporal that we've been talking about is seeming just to fall in the lap of Sengoku here.
It's going their way. Their special, shall we say, special tactics is working out quite nicely. Yeah, there's not really much more to it than that. They've taken the fights which have come to them, as you mentioned, and falling in their lap. A good analogy. It's all coming up. Sengoku. Their only losses: 2 tanks and 2 key fights. Well, I suppose you can't really call it a key fight if one just dives under the tier 1 tab. But in any case, not a lot traded backwards over, despite this losing side lane, despite Paz struggling up against Ino. Rascal Jesters have not been able to capitalize on the few points on the map that they maybe could have. I haven't seen a single chrono shift all game, and it's getting pretty rough.
One.
Was there one? Did it matter?
When he took tower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think there might have been another one, but that's the only one that I saw.
I was going to say, they've not been impressive. They've not been save Sol from the jaws of defeat. It has more been just a consistent front-to-back loss here, as Jet will continue to push forwards. This Echo doing so much damage. The Lich Bane.
He's so strong right now.
I know, like, he destroys infrastructure, he destroys humans, he destroys minion waves.
Yep, and he's looking to get himself a new pair of Gator boots as he should dive in straight under tower. Gonna go ahead and hit up Ino and just jump right out. Like, man, you know what was really crazy? Release Echo. Like, you mean to tell me he could steal move speed from me as well as speed himself up? Okay, that's the second rocket.
That was a check. That was a vision check. Yeah, Rascal Jester's not confident. They haven't got any vision on the top side. Bar that blue control waters, they will find once here.
Oh, wow. CC City, take him to town, as that's once going straight to the bin, as they want to burn the TP on this. A little bit of the feeling themselves. They know they've taken out the main source of hard engage from Sengoku, looking to make something happen, but no, they just completely retreat. Rascal Jesters seemingly to get a little bit ahead of themselves here.
Seemingly. We'll go through it quickly in the replay. Once comes forwards, is on vision in that control ward. Places, like, maybe a little confident in his own vision because he sees that over the wall. Honey, not able to help, too far away. Same for Jet. And Paz will walk in only to deny the speed boost from the empowered teleport. Sengoku take an uncharacteristic death in this game. They've looked pretty clean so far. Only a few rough parts around the edges. This Tangragas just continues to clear minion waves, and the observers really, really love watching. Oh, what?
Wait.
What?
Okay. I saw the missing things come out. All right. Man, I love it.
Maybe just looking for the Predator, looking to take advantage of a moment-by-moment numbers discrepancy, but Sengoku are here. So Rascal Jesters may be trying to force a little too hard, a little too fast. They will respond to the Herald play, but
they kind of have to.
yeah,
This is
whether
Dragon's point. Like, Infernal
they'll-
Drake just spawned, so Sengoku's going to drop the Herald in mid, try to get it to that tower. Will be taken out, though. All three in that choke point. Perfect spot for a baby cage, but can't quite get it over there. As Sengoku, they're just walking towards the dragon. They have the firepower. They have the gold lead. This might be the game point for Rascal Jesters if they aren't able to make something happen. As Honey's going to go ahead and start up the dragon. Once on the backside, going to be on Hachimecha and Soulkeeper's Verdict getting spun. Misses everyone as Honey's soloing out the Soul point here. Hachimecha
yep,
can't
this
even
is
get
Soul.
there.
They couldn't
Yeah,
get forwards.
Infernal Soul going to Sengoku, and now they're going to go for the fight as I know finally pops the Dominus. Is Jet jumping forward, trying to assassinate him. Will do the Chrono break to get back out. Chrono shift already used on to Recap as he comes back alive and drops right back to gray screen as the chase is on. Sengoku Gaming clean up a kill just off of one pick and will go straight for Baron. Soul empowered, they know they can get this done.
Full denial there. Rascal Jester's not able to approach. And with that, Sengoku move to Soul Point. Jet is out of mana. Soul running forwards here.
Oh, flashing under tower. Gale forcing forward. Oh, the Zodi's denial. Rocket not timed enough. Oh no, what are you doing? Just to execute. Soul just trying to make something happen. That was literally giving everything he had. Flash, heal, Gale Force, rocket.
Let's bring it back in. Let's bring it in. The Soul Point here, Sengoku, fantastic, masterful, almost holding of this river. Paz up in the front, knows he can get away with whatever he wants. Poppy ultimate goes wide, would otherwise give the Jesters full access to this Dragon Pit once, holds on over the side until his smite is required, and with that, Paz opens up on the front line instead of denial. Now the engage. Jet pushes Ino all the way to the side. And the only thing that could have gone better was holding on to Vega a little longer to deny the chrono shift to get him back. Sengoku, they played it backwards very, very gently. And then as soon as they achieve their goals, they play forwards. They're able to take down Rascal Jesters once again, pick up the Baron, and push this game all the way into the end game.
I want to see a replay of that Soul dive because wow.
That's cruel. That's cruel, Crow.
That's gonna be on my mind forever. Like, you know the famous special Thresh combo fail. This was literally that. As Sengoku baroned up, sold up, marching all the way into Rascal Jester's base. They're gonna take some towers. They have the wave to work with. Moonlight Vigil tickles two, but doesn't really get anything off of that. Hachimecha going to cancel the Keeper's Verdict as 5 strong Sengoku are marching into the base of Rascal Jester, going to take this inhibitor so close to victory and putting them both at the 13-5 mark that we were talking about here. As Sengoku, they really want that spot. They really want that playoff spot as they are just completely muscling over Rascal Jester, and there's not really any answer coming from the Jesters as oh my god, Jet just denies Recap from any sort of redemption. Exhaust be damned as he will get the kill. Chrono Shift is put on to Soul, but he's not going to be able to do anything at all as this is the victory march. This is the victory horn sounding, a Sengoku melting the towers of Rascal Jesters. Nobody is dying. Everybody is boogieing and staying alive as Honey on the steps of the fountain will claim another kill, will claim another tower. Sengoku going on to the Nexus. Rascal Jester stuck in the fountain watching their base in tatters, and this will be Sengoku Gaming tying up the standing score, but taking the head.